Welcome back to another episode of Boys from the Bridge. Now in this episode we are talking about the World Cup and we are choosing the ultimate, the Dream 11, the best 11 players from the World Cup in their respective positions. So let's get into it. Now this is very, very difficult. I had a hard time with this. There are so many top quality players in different positions. We're obviously going to start off talking about the goalkeeper. Now, you have lots of different options with the goalkeeper. You have Neuer, obviously, from Germany. You have Alisson from Brazil. You have Edison, that's even Alisson's backup choice. You can't really go for a backup choice as your number one. And you have the likes of Courtois, you have the likes of Pickford, you have so many different options, but I have gone with Courtois in goal. The main reason I have gone with Courtois in goal is because of Real Madrid's success last season. They obviously won the Champions League, they won La Liga, they won pretty much everything they could. And he was instrumental in Real Madrid winning the Champions League, specifically against Liverpool. How many standout saves did he make in that game? Truly extraordinary. Very, very close behind him though was Alisson. Almost picked Alisson, but due to Liverpool's bad start this season, I went with Courtois. And I know it's not Alisson's fault that they have had a bad start to the season, but their defense, and obviously Alisson is a part of their defense, so has to go with Courtois in goal. Moving on to my formation. I have gone with a 4-3-3, maybe even like a 4-2-3-1, interchangeable, but it is definitely more attacking than the likes of Southgate would choose. Definitely not 3 defenders at the back. I'm going with my 4 defenders, extra midfielder, and 3 attackers. Originally, when I made this team, before I heard the news about Reece James was my number 1 player in that right back position. I think he is the best right back in the world. I know the likes of Trent, Trippier, Hakimi, you have lots of different options with the right back position. So now that Reece James is out, I obviously couldn't choose him, but I still wanted to stick with a really top quality player, and I chose Trippier. Newcastle are doing so well this season. They're actually currently beating Chelsea as I'm recording this video. Unfortunately, his ability on free kicks, his ability to defend and attack and distribute that ball, he's also very good at passing. So I chose Trippier. Hakimi was a close second. I know he has really good pace and he has good ability going forward, but Trippier is that right back for my team. Moving on to the 2 centre-backs. This is also difficult, definitely not an easy choice. There are loads of quality centre-backs that are included in the World Cup. The likes of Koulibaly, Senegal, Rudiger, Germany, Marquinhos, Brazil. You got Ruben Dias, that obviously plays for City and Portugal. You got Thiago Silva, Virgil van Dijk, De Ligt. You also have Sergio Ramos, but he's not in the World Cup, so you can't exactly choose him. But I've gone for experience. I've gone for Thiago Silva. This is most probably his last World Cup. He is 37. I can't imagine him playing in a World Cup at 41, but Buffon did it, and he is so fit. He is still top of his game, very important to Chelsea whenever Chelsea play, and we don't concede. It's mainly because of him. Our defense looks so much more solid when he's playing, and he's such a captain. He is so good with communicating to the players and where they should be during the game. So Thiago Silva is in that centre-back position. Now the next one, I was very close to picking the likes of Ruben Dias, but I have gone for Virgil van Dijk. I know he has had not the greatest standards, not even to his level, but pretty much any defender's level in the Premier League. And one of the big reasons I believe that he's not playing well is because the players around him aren't playing well. You put him into a star team like this, and I think you're going to get the best out of him. When he feels comfortable and confident in the players around him, I think you're going to get the best out of Virgil van Dijk. So I have put him next to Thiago Silva. You got that captaincy, physicality. You also got that experience in big games. Now that left back position, you have quite a few options, not as many in my opinion as that right back position. But the obvious choice is Cancelo. Cancelo for me is the best left back in the world. He is also a very versatile player, so can play in different positions. But left back for City, he has been phenomenal this season. You got the likes of Ben Chilwell. That was also maybe a close second when he's in his top form, but he's injured. And I'm not going to say Luke Shaw. So Cancelo is finishing off that back four. You got pace, you got shooting ability, you got headering ability, you got experience, all those things in that back four. I'm happy with it. Moving on to the midfield. Now, starting off with the midfield, I have Kimmich at Germany. His defensive ability and also his long-range shooting ability, his passing ability is the reason that I have chosen him. I have quite a lot of attacking players in this team, and I just needed someone with a defensive mind. N'Golo Kante was fit, and at the World Cup, I would have chosen him in front of Kimmich, but obviously N'Golo Kante is unfortunately going to miss this World Cup due to injury. I hope that he's going to recover soon. So I've gone for the experience of Kimmich. You know, he is so young. I believe he's only around 25 years old. I believe so. So he still has a couple more World Cups in him. And I think if Germany does well in the World Cup, he is going to be a huge player and a big reason as to why they do so well. Moving on to the midfielders, more the attacking midfielders in this case. You got the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, Luka Modric, Bruno Fernandes, Frankie de Jong, the list goes on and on. You got so many outstanding midfielders at this World Cup, but I have gone for Kevin De Bruyne. You know, I think he finished third in the Ballon d'Or. He is arguably the best midfielder, attacking midfielder in the world. He creates so many chances. That's one of the big reasons Haaland has scored so many goals, is because you got the likes of Kevin De Bruyne putting it on a plate for you. His ability to pick out that pass in a really tight situation is what my team needs to score goals against a difficult defense. So Kevin De Bruyne, it's quite an easy choice. Partnering Kevin De Bruyne, now this was tricky. I went with Luka Modric. I know he is getting a little bit old. I believe he's around the 36, 37 mark. But if you look back at the World Cup, I know that Croatia made it to the final. He was the best player at the World Cup for Croatia, and any player really. He won that award and he won the Ballon d'Or that same year. So he's the reason Croatia have done so well, and I put him to finish off that midfield with the likes of Kimmich and De Bruyne. Outstanding midfield. Moving forward to the front three. Now these front three attackers, very dangerous, offer different things. Some of them have played with each other before and some of them haven't. But this combination of attackers, is deadly. You got some options for here. You got Cristiano Ronaldo, it's a choice. You got Mbappe, you got Neymar, you got Lewandowski, you got Harry Kane, you got Benzema, you got Messi. You got so many options for these attacking talents. But I've gone for Mbappe on that left-hand side. I know that he doesn't like playing through the middle for PSG. He's actually complained about that. He prefers when he plays on that wide position for the likes of France, and you have Giroud or Benzema through the middle. So I've gone for Mbappe on that left-hand side. I believe Mbappe is the best player in the world. I know there's an argument for the likes of Haaland. Messi is still in great form. And for him to finish 8th in the Ballon d'Or, don't really understand that. So Mbappe on that left wing side, cutting in on his right. Bang. Golazo! On that right side position, I've gone with Messi. You know, it's potentially his last World Cup. His ability to cut in on his left-hand side, play that deadly pass to the striker that I haven't mentioned yet, or Mbappe is great. I would love to see the combination of Kevin De Bruyne and Messi. That would also be scary. So Messi on the right wing position. Through the middle, this was also difficult. You got the likes of Harry Kane, Lewandowski. Ronaldo also plays through the middle for Portugal now, as he's lost a bit of pace. But you have to go with Benzema. Benzema obviously won the Ballon d'Or, ranked the best player in the world, so I went with Benzema through the middle. It is going to be interesting to see what France do, because I know they had so much success in the last World Cup and in international games when Giroud plays through the middle, as he is a very good link-up player, holds the ball well, and he's extremely important to France in how they play. But I've gone with Benzema, cannot be ignored. Neymar, I almost put Neymar in this position. I was thinking of having him in that midfield, maybe playing him as like a central attacking midfielder and taking the likes of Modric out. I know that when the World Cup comes along, something about Brazilian players, but they come alive. I think it's just in their blood. And the likes of Neymar is an outstanding player. So I would definitely have him on the bench. The World Cup is almost here. Only a week until it arrives. So yes, this is my World 11, the best 11 players, in my opinion, that are going to be at the World Cup. But I would love to hear your opinion, your Dream 11. Let me know if you have any disagreements. You know, every single team you could change. You know, there's going to be disagreements about 1 or 2 players. But yeah, let me know what you think. If you like this video and you like the channel, I'd really appreciate a subscribe. Trying to get up to my first 50 subscribers. Even if I could push 100, that would be amazing. Until next time, see you later.